So we've been wanting to do this, but I decided to design shirts, and we got them printed. This is our first time, so we'll find out. We're both getting what, 2 shirts each?
2 shirts each.
2 shirts each. Let's see what they look like. But we're also taking glass cases out. We're trying to get stuff ready for the convention this weekend. Fire and ice, and we actually got something that's pretty cool. Like, this is a cluster. We'll be 100% honest, but we're also trying 3 different things. I'm doing a repair. I'm trying to throw out the trash. Like, I was trying to.
I'll add to your pile.
Oh, fantastic.
So, yeah. Logo.
There you go.
Big Man Blastoise.
There you go.
This one's going to be from Matt. He won't see this till tomorrow, unfortunately. You got the logo again. You got the...
There you go. Look at that.
Nice silhouette.
The nice Dragonite, Dragonair, and
I actually like the color on this a bit. It's pretty cool. This one on top is going to be mine. We've got the
logo.
Logo.
That turned out pretty well.
And we've got...
We don't grow old. We level up. So the picture's a little rough, which this is probably the worst picture, actually.
It still looks pretty cool.
So yeah, we got t-shirts for the convention that we'll be wearing.
New uniform around the store.
Uniform, a new uniform, mandatory uniform. I don't.
It's better than a button-up. You know?
It is but you know, I should have bought some button-ups. We should have put more on this t-shirt. We had a whole bottom half to put stuff on.
This is Matt's last one.
That one's one of my favorites. That one's cool.
This one's pretty sweet. Boss Man stuff.
So I got one of these because I think this is one of my favorite designs. So I got one of these. So we all both get 2. I think that looks good with the logo.
Yeah, came out pretty decent.
Now the best shirt hasn't even been shown. What are we doing?
That's debatable.
That's the best shirt.
I know a few guys that would say no.
Yeah, you were all dumb.
Why is Charizard blue?
Because there's 2 megas. If you knew, you would know. There's 2 megas, so I decided to go with the Mega Charizard blue instead of the other one. Man, I feel bad for the people that are going to come in on Friday and be like, what happened? It's like, well, we're actually leaving for a convention, and we were taking everything out. So all the glass case stuff is going to be going.
John needs to alphabetize and stack.
And then he needs to organize.
Yeah.
We have... Yeah, the end of the day tomorrow is going to be rough. We're going to look like... This is why we also don't really do whatnots, because as much as we can get inventory, it's just really hard to get as much inventory as fast as you sell it to look full.
Like, if we sell a lot this weekend, sweet, we got money, but we got nothing for the...
Yeah, the storefront's going to look a little rough. So this is the give and take that you have to deal with. We're getting to the point, though, that most of the doubles and triples that we're getting that we can sell on other platforms, which is nice, especially controllers that if we can keep up with, because I know everyone wants controllers and needs them. So, but John just did a trade, and I've never seen these. You let us know in the comments if you have ever seen these.
We've got some official Lego branded Nintendo DS cartridge holders.
Cartridge, I've never seen these.
Just pop it in, pop it out.
Yeah, they just kind of slide in there. They have a nice grip to them. They're cool though. So, as you can tell, I'm packed up because we're heading to the Fire and Ice Retro Gaming Expo today. We're going to be unloading, setting up the table, and then Saturday and Sunday we're going to be at the convention all day. So, here we go. It's going to be, it's not a horrible drive. It's not too far from us. We're running a little late, as usual, but we'll eventually get there. So we made it. We're at the hall. All right, we're done setting up. We're actually just game hunting now, hanging out, trying to find some stuff to make money on. Not a whole bunch. All right, it's the first day of the convention. Got a beautiful shirts on. Let's see how it goes for Saturday. Well, there you go. They're figuring it out. Do a quick walk around. Nothing's open yet, still got about an hour and a half.
One eternity later.
Alright, I found something I need for the collection. The vendor wasn't here last time I walked by, so we'll see if I can find it. Alright, vendor, I want to buy some. Still not here. You.
Mr. Pokemon.
Yeah, I was gonna
You
say.
do need a condition upgrade.
No, I need the carts.
No, you need a condition upgrade too. Yours doesn't have a manual.
Yeah, since both of these are kind of rough. Alright, I'm editing the con, and I was picking up some Hobbit games and looking for the cards. If you don't know anything about the cards, these games right here have free collectible trading cards inside. And I didn't find any at the convention. This is the one that John was saying that I didn't have a manual for. But then I was looking in the stack of game, and I noticed there's two of them. And then I pulled it over here, and I must have gotten it from Goodwill for $24.99. But this is the one that had a manual. It didn't have the insert, because there is a Sierra insert as well. It just had the game and the manual and the card. Or this one had the card. So this one with no manual had the card. So I just swapped over the manual with the card and the Sierra insert. So this is now complete, but there's probably more of these cards. So now every time I see a Hobbit, I gotta look. Because we have Gandalf. We gotta find the rest. So I did have a copy. So I don't have to worry about it. Great. It's secret weirdo. He just keeps throwing stuff in. How much you asking on it?
$7.50.
That guy?
Yeah.
Is it yellow?
No, it had a little bit on the corner. What are they asking for, Kevin?
Is there another one in here?
Another one of these?
Yeah.
No, this is the only one. He was just saying that there's a little bit of yellow in, I guess.
They're really hard to find not yellow.
Yeah. So it's like a little bit of red. Kind of
It's this color, man. It just does not like the sun. It's good to see one. Is that the Gundam one
The
too?
Gundam one, yeah.
What are you looking for that?
That one I was at $8.50.
So you got $7.50 and $8.50?
Yeah.
Okay. Where'd you get them?
Honestly, I bought them online.
Did you buy them online?
I paid about...
On eBay?
Yeah, I think I paid a little bit more than I'm asking.
Yeah.
It's for my personal collection. Like, I bought it for myself.
These two are the pieces. One of the pieces I'm looking for.
Yeah.
No, it's just a
But I buy stuff from Japan, so I get a lot of stuff from them.
It was just hard to find. That was the cleanest one I found. This one and that.
That one's pretty clean. Most of the time, it's a lot worse.
It's a lot worse. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Thank you.
All right, me and John are gonna go check in the line. It's around 10:30, so we should get VIPs in soon.
Very important people.
I'm actually glad that we came early, because I'm watching people like just hustle.
You know they have Silent Hill actors that if you never signed stuff here, or never signed stuff at the comedy for coming.
So what does that mean? Should have had all the Silent Hills and get a sign?
We might have to walk around the outside.
I don't know. Ah, there you go. I think that's the hole. The hole where the people go. The holy hole.
Wait, he's doing good tattoos.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, he's I've seen him a couple times. Oh, nice. Is this where they're holding it? That's cool. Right when you walk in. There's a line.
We'll be able to come back.
This is all where our food is.
Oh, they're coming.
Okay. Nice. We can't get in now. What'd you do? Just follow him. Yeah, that was we're vendors and we walked down and I was like, oh. Yeah, we were gonna go check out the line and I was like, oh no. Yeah, that's where we saw the food trucks. Run, John.
Hey, can I get a tattoo?
Run.
On the clock?
No. Hey, the Charmander and the Calcifer from How's Moving Castles. So. Let's go check that out later. I gotta go see if the vendor's here. You go to work. You guys are on the clock. You try. Matt's got to sell those games this weekend. He's gonna get it. So one thing we noticed is Travis's booth is right on the end, and a lot of people are going through his stuff. Where we have the U shape, not as much people going through our stuff. So it may be a restructure for tomorrow. I think John's seeing it and realizing it, so we'll see. It's a learning experience. It's the first time doing it. Look at, they're still here. You came so close.
Well, I have offers. I'm trying to research this more. If anybody knows where this came from, how much it's truly worth, let us know.
They demoed this, I told you. All right, I'm gonna let them be. They'll get to work. I'm gonna go hunt again. Hello.
Got some other stuff inside here if you want to step in.
Oh, okay. Thank you. What's your price on leaf green?
You know what? I think that's a fake.
Think so?
So, yeah.
Do you want me to check it for you?
Sure. I was told by somebody that believes that they're repros.
I think these three are. Okay. Maybe some of these. I would have to take a look at white.
Okay. Yeah. Well, if you can spot them.
Yeah,
that's
they
fine.
are.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think I got them all from the same guy, so it makes sense.
It would.
So you can spot them pretty much.
Yeah.
So even these DS ones?
The DS ones are a little hard. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Though
okay.
the 3DS, they don't do a lot of. Like, grab me one of your DS games right there.
Anyone?
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
It doesn't-
Yeah. So one of the best ways to tell is when it comes to like Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah.
If you want to grab that, I'll
Okay.
show you.
I'll grab Diamond here.
So unlike the Game Boy games and the Game Boy Advance games, there's always a serial stamp right here.
Gotcha.
There is no serial stamp. That's the first thing we look for when it comes to legitimacy. And then there's other things to look for. When it comes to the DS,
So there's no stamp?
there's no stamp. One of the other things you can look for, usually you can see a, let's see if we don't have a legit thing. You can see 4 little test pads right here in the top left. Those test pads are Nintendo's brands, so they can do testing for their legitimate cartridges. That tells you that the front label is good because it has a stamp. The cartridge is at least a Nintendo cartridge. I always test them as well if you're buying them for more.
Yeah,
the DS ones are a little bit harder. For Pokemon Black and White, they always are black. They're not gray. So this one's legit.
Oh, okay.
This one's fine.
Good. Oh, I see, because it's...
So they used, it's silver, or Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Pokemon Black, White, Black 2, White 2. They use IR. So if you hold it, let me show you. If you hold it against a light or like your phone, they're actually purple because they use IR for trading. So that's one of the first things you can check. If it's gray, it's fake. Don't even, especially with those ones.
Fake.
This one, so the hardest thing for me, you can look at numbers, you can look at all that. We don't. Normally, you see these rectangles and everything?
Yeah.
That's what we look for. And if you see something similar, this one's fine.
I feel like
these ones look good.
I feel like
these
that's
ones
mine.
These ones aren't.
Okay.
Yeah.
All of these, right?
Yeah, you're looking for some Nintendo specifically used like plastic their plastic molds
Yeah.
use these marks on the top.
Oh.
Most fakes can't reproduce the marks.
Okay.
So that's one of the best ways that we tell. The DS ones are a little bit harder.
It's so interesting that these can.
Those are IR. Yeah. So they IR. So they instead of using the adapter for trading, they
that's
went
so cool.
using those. But definitely these
So
three
just
are.
to summarize this one, there is no seal.
So every single Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance game has a number stamp. So if we take out, if one of these is real, this Pokemon ball looks fine.
Pinball, yeah. So if we use the pinball one.
So let's see if we can find it. It's a little scratched up. I usually get the light just right if I can find it.
Somebody earlier said it was kind of to the top right of the name.
It depends on where it's at. They're all over the place. Usually, sometimes they're hard to see if they're right on the Nintendo brand too. Usually, I try to find the stamps.
Wow.
This one's might be just too hard to see it. I feel. Did I find
We
it?
read something about a tri-screw.
Yeah, I mean that's
like
one
that.
thing you can tell is tri-screw. There's sometimes the Nintendo's run. Let's see if we can find another one that's a little bit easier. This one might be too scratched up. Sometimes they're really hard to see.
I don't know if we have it.
Yeah, Lunar. Let's say Lunar.
That's some other.
So, yeah, you got some cheaper ones too. Yeah, so Game Boy games, they'll have them.
Oh, I see a number on this one.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there's
Yeah,
a serial stamp right
yeah.
there. Those serial stamps tell you the front is real.
Okay.
And then usually
Front and the back.
yeah, so you can technically take the front off and fake it. So majority of the time, if the front is real, it's a pretty good thing the whole thing's real. People can swap the insides, especially if it's Pokemon or expensive games. I would at least test it. But the front, usually that's one of their first tells is that serial stamp right there.
Okay, yeah. That's a good. That's
Yeah,
a good
Pokemon, because some of these are see-through, they're supposed to have test pads in the bottom right, or the top right, like I said. These won't. These will have, do you mind?
Yeah, no, go ahead.
So these ones, they have a bunch of dots.
Yeah.
If we had a legit copy, which you don't, if I had one, I could show you. Every single,
This dot right here.
all those, they didn't do that on the Nintendo cart or on the actual motherboards.
Yeah.
There's 4 test pads on the bottom or top left. That's one of the first things they'll tell you, and that's on every single legit cartridge has that.
But you can tell straight out that those are fakes by looking at them.
I've had enough experience. It's
No, that's
and like
cool.
now, unfortunately, this was a vendor that didn't know how to tell legit copies. He was told already, and then I wanted to teach him because we could all learn, make mistakes, and get better. That's the whole concept of leveling up here in the shop. You know, you don't grow old; you just level up. You learn new experiences and learn things. And unfortunately, they were already told that they're fakes once, and then I showed them, and then later in the day I actually go back to check to see if they took them out or not, because if they didn't, then they legitly knew that they were selling fakes and they've been called out. So but I tried to be positive that they just didn't really know. So it is unfortunate, and it's even, at this day and age, some people just don't know how to tell. There's plenty of videos, not including ones we've made, to show you if stuff's legit or not. But this was just a vendor that unfortunately was selling fake Pokemon games. For example, we actually accidentally, there are 2 of these. If you guys don't know what this is the broadband adapter for the GameCube. Very expensive piece. And then there's a modem piece as well. We had the modem priced as the broadband adapter, and we messed that up. So we learned that very quickly from someone, really quickly. That was my mistake. And then the other thing we learned was about this game, Gato Roboto. They had the original print of this game had a game-breaking bug, and someone told us and asked us if this is the first print or the reissued. They didn't even reissue a print. You had to contact them to get it. And we were like, I have no clue. So we did our research, and unfortunately this one does and is the very first print. I don't know. Let me zoom you in. So you can tell I looked on Reddit, and essentially this serial number is different on the reissues. And then there's, I think, a 12 or a 13 right in here. So this is unfortunately the first print of it. And so yeah, even we didn't know about this. So that's unfortunate for us that we couldn't sell this game, because it's a cool game. I just wish they, bug fix their stuff. So if you're looking out and about for this game, double check to see if it's the first version or the reissued patch update. Just the more you know. We're 7 minutes till we're done. It's been a long day. It was a fun day. I enjoyed it. Still got quite a lot. We're making some trades. John's still trying to get a lot more stuff. Stuff that we've been sitting on for a while. Hopefully find some other stuff that we can sell a little bit faster. Mostly Pokemon. That's all he wants. Just Pokemon. Right, Matt? Right. Secret weirdo.